Hello, I just kind of quickly wanted to come on and show you the final flip through of my November daily junk journal. I think I did pretty good on it. Sorry, I have to trim that. It'll drive me crazy. Okay, I think I did pretty good keeping up. I didn't journal every day, and then there were some days that I journaled more than once, like a couple times probably. And so I just thought I would quickly show you. It did bulk up quite nicely. I do like it. Like it like this, and it looks even cooler in the cover. Anyways, lots of stuff hanging out the side. I added in more laces and tabs. In the pocket was just this, and I wrote the year there and did a little bit of journaling. Nothing on the back. I'll try to make this kind of quick. There were some days where I just decorated. I have this damaged tag on here because this was the second junk journal that I planned on using. The other one got destroyed, as many of you saw in the video. My dog chewed it up. Some of it I just left. I added that with my name on it. Did a little title here, Autumn 2019. I just put a heart there, a little bit of writing. Some journaling there about soup season. This is my page from the other journal, the one page that I did get done. I made it into a pocket and added some more journaling talking about what happened. This I kept pretty plain. I do have a tag here with a picture from my gnome book and did some journaling on there. Just glued on a stamped image there. This page, now I just want to say, I'm not going to say that, I'm just going to close that real quick because I don't want you to just stop and read my journaling. I don't really care. It's not a huge deal if people read my journaling. I just don't want people to be like weird and creepy about it. And some things are kind of personal. What was I saying? Oh, I want to kind of preface this video by saying my handwriting is not great. I don't hate it, but I don't really like it. I'm not going to say, oh, I have great handwriting. It is what it is. And also, one other thing, fussy cutting. I do not like fussy cutting, mainly because I am not good at it. But I do it occasionally just because I want certain things to look a certain way. And I've determined that my fussy cutting looks like, kind of like a third or fourth grader did it. I wanted to say kindergartner, but it's not quite that bad. So, but it is what it is, and I'm not going to let that stop me from journaling. So I'll get off my rampage there. So I say that, oh, and my spelling is horrible because I put 2 F's in afraid for some reason. But this image, when I painted this years ago, it made me think, you know, this girl is heading into these deep, dark woods by herself with nothing but a lamp, and she is not afraid. And so I spoke a little bit about my fears. Image here, our heater stopped working on one of the coldest days of the year. This one, of course, you can see more detailed videos of my journaling and collage in the previous videos in this playlist about my November daily. I did weekly videos. Did a little bit of collage there and some journaling about squirrels because I love them. Left that. Did a little pocket here. This little tag, which I just did the journaling on. I put this little date thing on there, and I just added in some packages of some teas that I've been drinking during this colder season, and things like that. Nothing real special. Whoops. Spent a day at the park and did some art in the park, and I got to really work on my perspective, but we had fun. It was a beautiful day. And then I just did some decorating, some collage, got some journaling here. Did some decorating on this page, I can't talk, with just some papers layered up and these cute little flowers, which I picked up from Dollar Tree. I think it was last year. I added some vintage buttons, these mother of pearl buttons, and just stitched them on with some thread, layered with some lace. I'm journaling here. Made a little pocket here to put this tag in. And this is a flip up. I got this little collage. I wasn't concerned with like the like what was on this stamp. I just really loved the color palette that was going on right here. The soft mauves and pinks and browns. And used some really old alphabet stickers that I've had for ages. And also I want to mention my journaling is not chronological. I jumped around all over. I'm sure you could probably see that in the videos if you watch them. I just kind of pick a page that I feel works for what I'm going to be journaling about or adding in, or how I wanted to how I was feeling that day, basically. One of my watercolor prints here with the date, and this I just put on the inside a photograph that I took that I printed out. It's just on copy paper, but it printed out okay, and it really shows the beautiful sunset there. Not a cloud in the sky, but the sky itself by itself was just beautiful. And journaled about that. This is an image that I walked into this craft area where my lace curtain is, and this moth was just sitting there, so and it looks so pretty with the light behind it. I snapped a picture, did some journaling there, cut this out, kind of sort of tried to fussy cut it, and made a little tuck out of that. I have a picture somewhere that I wanted to put on here and I forgot, but I can go back and do that actually. On this tag here, I did cut out another one of those images from my printable with the date. Did some journaling on the back of that. Some more journaling here. It was just, actually there's not journaling, it's just kind of a title. Me and my doggo, we spent about an hour outside raking leaves, and she was loving, I would throw the toy in the leaves and she would run and jump in and get it. And it was just fun, and so I journaled about it while I was out there, and just very relaxed. This, I believe, was already glued on here, and I just added these little butterflies, which came from this, it was a piece that I trimmed off of this page. I just really wanted to keep all those butterflies just plain, no journaling, no collage, no nothing, because this page is about the monarch migration, which I really love seeing each year because they like to gather in our trees out back, and I really like that. And this page came from a book from the lovely Renee from, oh my goodness, GT Designs and Vintage Art Supplies. She has a YouTube here as well as an Etsy shop. She has a channel, and she sent me this stuff, and I did some journaling about the migration as well as the gift from her. Here's a blank page, nothing got done, which does not bother me. It is fine in my opinion, because you know, I had more pages than I needed, which is better than not having enough. I did some journaling here. We got snow that day, another great weather for hot soups and drinks, and I journaled a little bit about that and how much I love this snow. In the morning, I just tipped in this. This was from the original journal that got tore up, and I wanted to use it. This tag here, I didn't, I just added this, which I think may have come from the original journal too, but I didn't want to lose these beautiful eco prints, and so I just stuck it in there. I didn't do any journaling or anything on it. This is a paper bag. Added this image with some lace and cheesecloth. It did a little title here, apple trees and apple picking. The sticker down here says orchard. Because I and my girls stopped on the side of the road this autumn and picked apples from a tree that was just in an empty, it was in an empty lot. It was a business that was empty, and nobody had been taking care of that tree. Nobody had harvested the apples. They were just falling on the ground, rotting, and we thought, you know what, we're going to stop and pick up some apples, and they were delicious, and we made lots of apple crisps and things like that. And it was just a lot of fun. And a fun story to remember. I did a bit of fussy cutting from a book here of this squirrel and gnome and kind of layered them up and just had fun playing with images that day. Did a bit of journaling. This page here, this pocket was already on here. I did some journaling on there. That is some rather personal journaling. I probably shouldn't be showing that, but oh well. Did some collage here. No journaling, just played with some very old wood veneer letters that I had and layered up some things. I have this great calligraphy pen, which helps a lot with my handwriting. It still isn't great, but it's better than it was. I don't do calligraphy. I've thought about maybe learning how to do the more modern calligraphy, but it's not something that interests me enough to actually have done it. A verse here that I tore off the end of part of a calendar page that I was cutting up for something else. I wanted to save the verse, and so I just stapled it in here. Put that image there. Did some journaling here about us making homemade noodles. I and my daughter. We had our Thanksgiving gathering, and we got a 5-generation picture with my grandfather and my new grandson, my mother and daughter. Got a dictionary definition here of generation. I put 5 generations there. I'm not real thrilled about this part right here, but I don't know what else to do with it, so I'm just going to leave it. Just stamped gather and put an old sticker on there. Got a envelope tipped in here, which I made a little, kind of like a little brag book type thing of my grandbaby, and his first Thanksgiving there with us all together. Did some journaling. I just took this page here and added on dictionary definition of feast, put on the date and glued that on there, added some washi tape, another blank page here. Just added on pumpkin pie recipe printout there. I did a fabric collage, which I showed in the videos, one of the videos, and just glued that on. This picture, or this day here, I did some collaging, added on the date, stamped on moon, and added a couple of my watercolor. This one is the print, and this one I did in the video. I showed the process of that. We were driving one evening somewhere, and the full moon was rising, and it was just a beautiful scene of the full moon and the light shining on the tops of the trees as we were driving through the countryside. So I wanted to document that. This is just a little collage. The sticker, I just wrote preserving memories in my sloppy handwriting. That page nothing got done on, or this, but this I don't really mind. It's pretty on its own. This came in the journal, and I didn't do anything with it, but I do like the little thing hanging out, tassel, so I'm going to leave it in there. Made this tag on one of the videos. It's just coffee dyed paper, which I have some pressed leaves that I just put on. Actually I didn't even press them. I just picked them up from outside, and I taped them on with packing tape, added some stickers, and put on my date tab there, stitched around it, and added some lace. And then did another collage here, and where I added stamps and different elements, mostly concerned with the color palette more than anything else. Did some journaling. And we're almost through. And I had done all the journaling that I was going to do, and so I just kind of came on or I didn't record any of this, but I came in here and just did I did do some journaling. Take that back. I just added some decorating. I mainly did decorating for the rest of it, which isn't very much. Some collage there, some vintage, or eco dyed print that I printed out. Scanned and printed. And a little pine cone there. Here I just cut out this piece from some lace and made a little pocket fabric, little tuck spot there. This here I just added Thankful in 2019 and put a tab at the top and did some collaging on the back. with no journaling, but I still like it. And then that's pretty much it. And it's my writing board, and I didn't write anything on here, but that's okay. I had enough in there. It's plenty packed, and it's full, and I love it, and it has all the memories that I really wanted to preserve. So I really enjoyed that. I hope you guys enjoyed the videos too. I know some of you have. You have told me, and I've gotten likes, and I really appreciate that. I appreciate everyone who is very encouraging here on YouTube with this fun project that I had going on, and I look forward to doing more with you guys, and yeah, lots of fun. Thanks, guys. Bye.